Hey, while you're in the first 5 seconds of the video, go ahead, like and subscribe.
Now check this out. I'm gonna ask you, what is your nationality? What would you say your nationality is? Black. What's your nationality? Black. Same with you, brother. What's your nationality? Black. So when you go into a job and you fill out an application and it got the different nationalities, is it a section that say black on there? It's a section on the application that say black?
I'm more African American.
It say African American. So that would be a nationality who the blacks subscribe to as African American.
That's right.
Because that's what we use when we go apply for jobs. That's what we use as to govern us as a nation of people today. But what you go find out is that African American is not a nationality in the Bible. It's not a nationality of God at all.
Right.
So then by me saying that, I actually then by me saying that, if African American is not our nationality, why is it that all three of y'all say black? And then on the application they say African American. That's two different things, two different nationalities. Some people say their nationality is just being a child of God. But let's see what the Bible says why we don't know our nationality today. And this is going to prove to you who we are according to the Bible. Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Okay, so this is Isaiah prophesying about how we are going to come back to the Bible about the Israelites. It said the ox knoweth his owner. If you ever heard a saying in the world, what do they tie ox to? As far as a saying, you ever heard of a saying in the world that they use an ox with? You never heard of that? Dwayne, you ever heard of that? You never heard of saying that people, well, when I say it, it probably come back to y'all remembrance. Have you ever heard somebody say, man, this dude right here, he dumb as an ox? Have you ever heard anybody say that before? Huh? Read that again.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
So it say, even the dumbest animal know who his owner is. Read.
And the ass his master's crib.
So an ass is a donkey. A donkey, you can take a donkey 20 miles from where he's born and raised at. Based off history, that donkey gonna know how to get back to where he was from, to his homeland. Read that again.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel,
But who?
but Israel,
But who?
but Israel.
So who don't know what's their nationality? Based off this verse we just read.
Show him his nationality.
Come on over here, bro. Come on, I'm showing you the same thing I'm showing them. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Based off what we read, who don't know what their nationality is based off what we read? Read that again.
But Israel doth not know.
Who don't know? It say, but Israel do not know. Why don't we know our nationality? Why don't we know who we are? Because what you're gonna find out is through slavery and through oppression, when we was brought over here, we lost our heritage of who we are, according to the Bible. You can't find African American in here. Not at all. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. So these is all prophecies that was going to correlate. So in the last days, when the understanding came back to us and we was able to read, we was able to read for our own and learn history and go and line the scriptures up. Hey, Dwayne, where you going? Check it out. Just a couple more minutes. Just a couple more minutes. Let me bring this point home for you. Read that.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
Should do what?
Shall discontinue from thine heritage.
Hey, what does it mean to discontinue? Huh? Exactly. So that means that we was going to discontinue from our heritage. When you discontinue something, like you go to a restaurant and they had your favorite item on the menu, and you go there and it's been discontinued, it's no longer there. The Bible is saying that we was going to discontinue from our heritage. The Israelites, meaning we weren't going to know the laws that we were supposed to keep pertaining to the Most High. 11 and 17. So this is further proven. I'm just working you up before I get to the heavy hitters, showing you that it was prophesied that we would discontinue from our heritage. It was prophesied that we wouldn't know who we are, and then I'm gonna show you why that happened. Read this.
This book of Sirach, chapter 17, verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for a heritage.
And the what?
And the law of life for a heritage.
So God gave us knowledge in the laws for a heritage. So that is our heritage. That's what we discontinue from. That's why we don't know who we are today. So now we're going to jump back to Deuteronomy 28 and see why did we discontinue from our heritage. Did we just decide, oh, I don't want to have no connection with God no more. I don't want to keep it Sabbath day just because we just thought that? No, it was a process. And the reason why we got to that point, we're going to read about it now. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. It shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So if it was imposed, if you kept God's commandments, all these good things that happen to you, which would be from Deuteronomy 1 down to 14. But if we did not listen to God's commandments, from 15 down to 68 is full of curses that you will be able to identify in these last days who we are as a nation of people. Without this Bible, we wouldn't be able to identify that. Jump down to verse 32, and I'm going to read this one so you can understand what I'm saying. Read.
Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
What that sound like, bro? Do that sound like a curse?
Right.
Do that? Who does that sound like that fit? It said, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another nation of people. Who does that sound like? Did that happen to our people? When did that happen? Slavery trade? You're absolutely right. You agree with the brother? Slavery trade. That's how you can identify that we are the Israelites. Give me Deuteronomy 1 and 1. Because who is the book of Deuteronomy written to? Who wrote the book of Deuteronomy? Do you know? Do you know who wrote the first 5 books? Do you know who freed Israel out of slavery? Who God sent to free Israel from the Egyptians? Do you know about that story? It was Moses. You ever heard about Moses? Part in the Red Sea that they say, the songs that they sing, and he freed the Israelites. So this is Deuteronomy. This is written by Moses. Read that. And let's see who he was talking to in the book of Deuteronomy. Read.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto all Israel. So that's, these is, what we just read in verse 28 is addressing the Israelites. What we read in Isaiah 1 and 3 was addressing the Israelites. What we read in Jeremiah 17 and 4 about being discontinued is addressing the Israelites. What we read in Sirach about our heritage was given to us as a law was to the Israelites. So that's what you're going to realize. This whole Bible from Genesis to Revelation is about the Israelites, for the Israelites, and to the Israelites. So we got to come back and find ourselves in this Bible and understand you can't get the knowledge thinking that you're African American and then find yourself back to God, because you go live in a Gentile state of mind.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed, but at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.